Hey, this is Dancing Rabbit. Welcome to another rather late weekend pagan perspective. And as you can see, I'm wearing my white summer hat, and I guess I'll keep wearing this till Labor Day. They used to say you couldn't wear white after Labor Day. I think that was ladies' dresses or something, but maybe it's hats too. Anyway, on to this week's topic. The question was, do we use almanacs, such as the Farmer's Almanac or others? And well, yes, except I guess I haven't used it much this year because I honestly can't find my copy of the Old Farmer's Almanac. Um, to me, it's an interesting book to read. It's got lots of kind of old wives' tales, old customs. I don't know how accurate the fishing guide is or the weather guide. I mean, how can anybody predict um, a year and a half in advance which month that it's going to be raining a whole lot in or which month it isn't? But it's a really interesting read, and there's a lot of astrological and astronomical information. Moonrise, sunrise, phase of the moon, and that sort of thing. So it's a really cool book, and it's not very expensive in paperback. I used to pick it up at the Kroger store, and I guess I've stopped shopping at Kroger and started going to Fiesta Mart. So we couldn't find a copy of that. Now I will show you a book which is not exactly an almanac. It's more of a day planner. And this is what Feather has used exclusively for the last probably 4 or 5 years. And it's called Seasons of the Witch. I don't know if you can see it here, but it's by a lady named Victoria David Dannon. And she is the owner, CEO, uh, head honcho at Seventh House Publishing, which is a tiny little pagan publishing company in the Woodlands, which is kind of a suburb north of Houston. I have met her at, I think, Pagan Pride a couple of years ago, approached her about my book, but it really is not what her company does. They started out publishing a pagan calendar and the day planner, and I think a couple of years ago Feather was really upset when they went to all digital, but they've kind of listened to some of the, I guess, older, less techie witches and still kill trees and publish it in paper. But anyway, each month, for example, this month, has got moon phases and all sorts of mythological stuff. Looking here at the 5th of July, that it's a day to resolve quarrels with friends and lovers. Um, the what the publisher, what the author considers good days to do various kinds of magic are listed, and Feather, like I said, follows it very closely. Now, myself, I'm more of an informal sort of kitchen witch, and I don't follow schedules like that closely. I don't usually pay much attention to void, of course. I know that's coming up pretty quickly. I do pay some attention to the moon phase, doing magic that has to do with growth and bringing things toward me, increasing during the waxing moon, and banishing things that have to do with getting rid of stuff in the waning moon. Full moon, I do, lots of magic, and usually new moon divination and sort of soul searching. So that keeps me on kind of a rough sort of a calendar. But and I've got my day planner that I put my personal and business stuff in so that I don't get confused and forget something or double book. But I'm a whole lot more informal, less precise on magical timing and dates. But anyway, that's kind of about all I got to say about almanacs. Love the Farmer's Almanac. Would highly recommend you at least looking into the Seasons of the Witch. from Seventh House. There are quite a few other almanacs, day planners out there. I know Llewellyn has one. I've bought their calendar several years back. Haven't bought one this year. But there's a lot of good stuff out there. So if I were you, I would browse through one of my local brick and mortar bookshops. If you've got some independent uh, bookstores, such as we have here in Houston, the Magic Cauldron, the Witchery down in Galveston, Lucia's Garden, um, and Spirit Quest up in Newtown Spring, or Old Town Spring, sorry. Go there before you go to the great big gigantic Books A Million and Barnes and Noble places. You know, support your local pagan um, shopkeepers. And if you don't have one of those, well, go to Amazon and you can usually get a preview of most of the books. And while you're there, check out my book, Dave, Way of the Horned God. Okay, that's a shameless plug here at the end, so I guess maybe I'd better say bye-bye till next time. Peace, y'all.